we gotta listen to this real quick. So Kwame Brown, I guess he had a panel or whatever. I missed the panel, whatever the case may be. But shout out to Kwame Brown, Bust for Life, Self Talk. I actually subscribed to his channel, so I got a chance to see this clip. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this clip because I believe that it's going to outline a lot. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Low Key for Life or whatever. He finally got a chance to talk one-on-one with Kwame Brown. However, I feel like it didn't go as planned. So I'm gonna give my commentary after we listen to what exactly happened on the panel. Here we go.
On her channel, the lady who was speaking, I think the older lady who's a Gen X like me, she was speaking. She was like, "Oh, see, this is Spitting Fire. I live up to my name, okay?
Spitting Fire.
It's Worley Channel. It's raw and uncut. I do not hold no cuss. I will cuss your butt out if you come over there. This why I will turn into the dragon. This is why I'm called.
Hey, look at, I'll tell you what. Let's see what.
So we gonna be pausing this and playing this at the same time. Good morning. So right away, the woman comes on and she says, it's a Worley channel. She cusses people out, etc., etc. So she's a savage, and I believe that sometimes when you're talking to a savage, you're gonna have to be savage yourself. You know what I'm saying? So again, I watched the clip a little bit, but I wanted to kind of, after I dropped the little one off, I wanted to come back and listen to the clip again because there was some things that to me that kind of stood out. So I want y'all to notice that she says, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's a Worley channel. I will curse you out. So with her being able to curse people out, that's her power. That's what empowers her. That's how she gets her rocks off. So I want y'all to remember that point, okay? Y'all need to tune in real quick. I'm about to go in. I'm about to piss somebody off. Come on now, play this thing. Let's get it in.
What kind of skills you got right now with this dude right here?
That's the same dude. Oh
yeah. Hey, what kind of skills you got on this?
Okay, so Kwame, he throws an alley-oop to this young lady. I don't know if she's young or not. I don't know if she's young or not. I don't know if she's big or small. Listen, don't blame me. I'm just trying to tell y'all. Listen, I watched the thing. It was funny, but then I had to re-look at it again and say, okay, well, let's really get into the nitty-gritty. So Kwame Brown throws the alley-oop to this lady and says, now that Low Key for Life is on the panel, I want to see what you can do with him. You know, basically roast him or talk to him or whatever case may be. So the lady immediately starts to go in on him before he really says anything. So rightfully so, if you're going in on me, it's only right I go in on you. To me, fair is fair. So Kwame knew, Kwame, you wrong for that. It's on now, Kwame. When I see you, I'm gonna bust your head to the way. But it's only right that if you're going to allow someone to joke on somebody else, it's only right that they can joke back. So I want y'all to hear what transpired between Low Key T for Life, and I think her name is Snapping Dragon or Savage Dragon or Peanut Butter Dragon. I don't know what her name. Vanilla Dragon. I don't know. I don't know. Cocomelon Dragon. I don't know what it is. Power Ranger. Nipsey Russell. I don't know what it. Dragon something.
Right here.
Well, the thing of it is,
she got fork and knife.
And that's the same thing you got, and you got 2 inches, okay?
Hold on, wait. Okay, he started the jokes off first. Obviously, Kwame set her up so that way she can roast him, but he started the jokes off first. Hey, listen, when I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. When I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. Let's keep this thing going. Come on. Here we go. This is hilarious.
Why don't you learn how to eat some and then you can sit up there and talk to me? Because regardless if I have fork and knife or anything else, I'm good, baby.
I love you, Impressions. I love you, Impressions.
I love you for Impressions.
Know how to do that. What you know how to do is run off at your mouth like a little bitch.
Stop. Kwame, you're wrong, Kwame. You can't tell this man not to continue the savagery. She done already got on the show and says, hey, where I'm from, the lions are lions, the tigers are tigers, the bears are bears. You can't tell somebody to be quiet when they fighting back. Okay, they going at it right now. They don't need no moderator. They don't need nobody to be like, oh, shut up, boy. Nope. Let the lions be lions. They hungry, they ready, they both are, they've been drinking Gatorade, they've been stretching, they've been working out their vocal cords, they've been drinking water. A-E-I-O-U. They've been working on they shit. Okay, you gotta let the lions be lions, Kwame. You can't say, well, I'm a cheerlead for this side, but let this side fall. I'm just saying. Okay? Let's get this thing in. Come on, here we go. Rodney, I see you.
That you is, okay, and not being a man like this man at the top can teach you how to be. If you learned how to be a motherfucking man, you wouldn't have to worry about coming and sitting up there stalking this damn man right here. Why don't you go and try to get some people on your own damn channel and quit sitting up there and interrupting his goddamn channel? Why don't you go over there and suck on Stephen A? Why don't you go do that?
Wait, these people in the car. Wait, I'm doing a podcast. Wait. They're looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm talking to y'all. Y'all got to talk back. Talk back, goddammit. You can't say the man should go suck off somebody. That is disrespectful on any level. In the church, at Waffle House, at the post office. It don't matter where you at. It's disrespectful. You can't tell a man to go suck somebody off, Stephen A. off, and think that he is not going to clap back. Low-key fight back. Kwame let it go. He didn't say, hey, ma'am, not on my show. Not on my show. Not in the tabernacle. Not for Jesus' name. You didn't say anything, Kwame, when she said that. So it's only right that he hit her under the belt. It is only right that he fights back. Kwame Brown, pull up. I want you to pull up and let's have a real conversation right now, brother. You didn't say anything when she said you go suck off Stephen A. You was with it. You was laughing. You was looking like Bob Marley. It was all fun and games until he decided to hit her in the jugular. I'm about to wreck we both in the truck, Kwame. We both in the truck. Play this shit. Play it.
Advocate for him. Why don't you go do that shit? Why don't you go blow him one? Why don't you do that? Why don't you do that?
Blow him one. That's low.
Because this ain't
why don't you go do that?
Worry about me being a plus.
So when this man has to reach down into his, reach deep down into his plethora of jokes to fight back. Because right now, it's 3 against 1, right? He's sitting over there in his Polaroid hat and he's saying, what can I say to redeem myself? What can I do to get her up on her? What can I do for my family members? Because right now they're watching this and I don't look good. She right now is roasting me. She's tearing me up. So he decides to text one of his friends and say, what can I say? And he say, bruh, you got to call out her name. You got to call her out. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait, you got to call her out her name in order to win this one. All right, okay. So he texted somebody and they say, bro, you're going to have to call her out her name because she done told you to go suck off Stephen A. And don't nobody in the tabernacle got to go suck off somebody else. Okay, this is a Baptist church. We don't suck off nobody in the Baptist church. Play it, goddamn. Play it.
I'm thinking everything that I do, what you need to do is take off that damn hat and put on a motherfucking condom and learn how to get you some. That's what the hell you need to do.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Like Monique before she lost the weight.
Shut up.
Oh, so you disrespecting Monique too?
Sometimes you wouldn't have to worry about sitting up there.
Kwame is an instigator. Y'all tell Kwame I said tell self-talk and pull up too. You as an instigator, Kwame. You said he don't like Monique, and you hear this lady tell this man to go put on a condom on his head. You hear this lady tell this man to put a condom on his head and go suck off Stephen A. But nobody said that that was below the belt. Nobody said that that was too far. Nobody said it. So right now, low-key right now, is reaching back to his elementary school snapping days. And he is trying to find the best lunchroom comebacks ever. He watching all the greats. Okay, he's watching Bernie Mac. He's watching everybody, right? What could I say to this woman to disrespect her, to make her feel like I'm the man? So he read his text messages and it said, you got to call out her name, brother. You're going to have to call her out her name. Play this thing, man. Play this thing, bro. Stop playing with me, bro.
What this man doing his Dino? Why don't you sit up there? And
You look
get
like the Kool-Aid man.
Why don't you sit up there and get a dick pump and put it in something instead of acting like you swallow? That's what the fuck you need to do. What you need to do is take your mother.
Okay. Why is all her snaps sexual? Why in a sexual nature? Nobody noticed that. All her snaps at him is in the sexual nature. Like it's penis pumps and all types of stuff. So I'm just trying to figure out why is all of this stuff in a sexual nature. You know, he did call her the Kool-Aid, the red Kool-Aid man. That was funny. You know, I had to listen to that, you know, real funny. And then he did say, I loved you and Precious. That was funny as well. But all of her jokes is like got something to do with penises. I want to know, why does this man look like a penis to her? I want to know why he looks like a penis to her. Okay? Somebody let me know that. You tell Snap and Dragon, pull up. We can have a conversation. You know, tough love shows love to everybody. Let's get back to it. Snap and Dragon, penis. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see what this mosquito did to my nose? Y'all see this crazy shit? Listen, bro, I was at the beach. I swear to God, I got the video footage. You know, I'm getting mosquito bites and stuff or whatever. Trying to be out there cool with my daughter at nighttime. And I'm getting bit up. She's like, Daddy, I'm getting bit. I was like, you ain't getting bit, girl. We don't get bit. We ain't got that type of skin. I lied to my daughter. We got bit. we got bit. Goddamn. We got bit. She's like, Daddy, mosquito on your nose. Let me get it. So she squished the mosquito on my nose. I don't know if that's what bruised it or what. But obviously, 2-year-olds know how to kill mosquitoes on people's noses and cause bruises. I want you to know that I will be filing a complaint after I finish this live right here. Yes, she's going to jail. Yes, I'm going to put the 2-year-old in jail to teach her a lesson that I don't play games. I want to teach her what real life is like. When you put your hands on somebody, there's consequences when you do that to your father. There's consequences when you killing mosquitoes on your daddy nose. No, get back to the video though. Get back to the video. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Get fat ass off of here from one fat motherfucker to another and get your ass off of here. Why don't you sit up there? Yeah, that's what you need to do. You need not to even show nobody what the fuck you looking like. You look like
Look at that big ass nose. Look at that nose.
The type of man that you is, you seem like your mama wasn't nothing but a sperm birthing gutter slut. That's why.
Whoa! Your mama was a sperm guzzling gutter slut. Who comes up with these comments? Shout out to everybody in the chat room. I can't focus on y'all in the road. They told me I can't take my hands off the wheel as if my alignment in the truck don't work or some shit. They told me I can't read the comments while I'm driving because I'm endangering my child, even though my child ain't even in the car. So y'all tell me what's going on. Your mama's is a gut. Who is Snap and Dragon? Y'all tell Snap and Dragon I want to have a conversation with her. It's time to have a real conversation with real people, and I think it's time for y'all to come show Tough Love some salute. It's time for y'all to come over here and show the Tough Love family some love. You know what I'm saying? Because we listening to some of y'all conversations just be going left. You know, y'all it just be going left. Come on, let's finish this thing, man. She's raw. She's a savage.
Because you ain't the type of man that you need to be. That's right. Get your motherfucking ass off the damn.
You so heavy D up ass up out of here. You hungry?
Heavy motherfucker.
You making me hungry. You fat ass making me hungry.
Learn how to eat some motherfucking pussy, bitch. And what you need to do is learn how to take the meat back and act.
You got a lot of meat.
You need to learn how to travel on the motherfucking click. That's what the fuck you need to do. You
inhale around.
About some motherfucking body.
You inhale around.
You was a dick and a booty ass nigga. That's what the fuck you is, you faggot ass motherfucker. What you doing? Get all 12 inches
on every night,
motherfucking colon, bitch. Why don't you get your goddamn colon checked? Motherfucker.
You know your blood pressure high.
Now at this point, they both called each other bitches. At this point, they both did. Okay, so it's only fair if you gonna kick one of them off, you kick both of them off. That's only fair, Kwame. I'm just saying. She is definitely going in on some savagery or whatever kiss me. I really personally didn't feel like it needed to even go to this level or whatever, but I think this was more, I didn't see the video footage before and I didn't watch it after. I only seen this clip, so I don't know what the conversation like really that led to this. I don't know if this was a setup or whatever the case may be. However, I'm gonna let this thing play out and I'm gonna give y'all what I feel should be the next go round and what should be said or whatever the case may be. All right, we're gonna let this thing play out.
Come over here. Because he ain't worried about me turning to the dragon. Let me sit up there and keep cussing your ass
like
out.
a dragon.
So I won't sit up here. Motherfucker, you look like a goddamn dragon. You damn right I'm the motherfucker. Don't eat your boogers on goddamn screen, bitch. Don't eat your motherfucking boogers on the screen. That's ignorant. That's what the fuck it is. That's ignorant.
That's ignorant.
That's ignorant as hell.
That's ignorant.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kwame. How you doing, Kwame?
Hey, you went off on that dude.
Fuck that motherfucker. He's sitting up there
First of
thinking
all, you sound like you smoke 89 cigarettes a day.
That you the wrong. I'm the wrong one.
Low-key, this your smile.
That's the
Oh,
that's
man,
the problem.
that's crazy.
So you can't bring your ass on and go spend time. Let me tell you what the fuck you gonna get. Motherfucker, let me tell you.
Say, hey, Kwame is the Mike Vick of social media. He damn should let him fight. I ain't going. Don't hit me. Don't run into me, boy. Hey, he damn should let him fight. That was funny. That's interesting. Let's get this thing going. Come on. Because I'm ready to get my...
Man, you got bullied for 20 years.
Don't what I got, motherfucker. What you ain't got is no pussy. That's what the fuck you ain't getting.
Hey, man,
you ain't had that shit
right
on, bitch.
That nigga had that shirt on for 3 days. Nigga, go wash your balls.
Go wash your motherfucking ass, nigga. That's what you need to do.
You ain't nothing but a baby ass nigga.
Hold on, you sweating in the shower, big bitch.
So... Low-key, you did your best to fight back, brother. You did all the kung fu jabs you could do. I applaud you, low-key, for going into the lion's den and getting stuffed up. Hey, listen, bro, you did everything. It was 3 against 1. You did everything you could to fight back. You did your, you know how the girls be doing that windmill thing. You did everything you did. You tried to uppercut. You closed your eyes. You Stevie Wondered them. You did everything, but it was too much, bro. It was too much. She was at a whole high level of savagery. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's hard to combat that. You know what I'm saying? But you tried. You did your best. But let me say this real quick or whatever. I'm going to let the rest of it play later, probably, maybe. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, I wanted to say this real quick. Again, I don't know what transpired previously. Some of y'all want to hear that. It's only fair. Let me do this. Let me let it play. I'm not going to stop it. And then I'll do this after. Okay, that's fair. I'm not. Shout out to Tough Love family. I'm trying to be fan.
You sweat in the shower.
Don't worry about what she don't. Motherfucker, don't worry about it. At least when we sweat in the shower, we got damn clean it.
You're going too far. We ain't using the B word, my brother. You're going too far.
I'm
sorry.
You can't even tell no jokes without getting that rule. You stupid boy.
I'm just dumb. It don't matter because he can come over on my channel. I deal with him.
Let me get another man get up here to get on your ass. Boy, what's wrong with you, Lord? What's wrong with this boy? What's up, brother?
I don't know, man. People like this all the time, man. It's a young generation, man.
Just cursing out. He don't got no respect. Call a woman a B. What's wrong with this boy?
What he gonna have to call me one?
Okay, that's the bulk of it right there. That's the bulk of it. I think it's like maybe 2 or 3 minutes left on that clip or whatever. So here's the thing. First of all, they both was very disrespectful to each other. They both was, and him saying something about a fork and a knife coming on don't have anything to do with his sexuality. But she brought that into the fold or whatever. But they both were joking on each other. To me, fair is fair, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But again, you know what I'm saying, people gonna do what they do. Yes, right. She had all those gay jokes. Like she started off with the gay jokes. I don't know. Like he joked about her weight. Of course, that struck a nerve, and then she went in with the gay jokes talking about he should go suck off Stephen A. So to me, it's all fair now. Like the gloves of it's off. It's war. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's some people they get off on that, and that's what they do. But I want to do something real quick for Kwame Brown, Bust for Life, and for Low Key. And self-talk seems like he's in the middle of this. There's a couple people that seems like they're in the middle of certain things or whatever case may be. But Low Key was one of those guys that, you know what I'm saying, I came across one of his videos. I think somebody sent me his video, whatever it is, I checked it out or whatever. And I end up having a conversation with him. The first conversation didn't go so well. And I really felt like, you know what I'm saying, he was doing a lot of clout chasing. And he just was doing a lot of trolling. However, I end up going back on his channel and having a conversation with him and a couple other of his people or whatever. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Low Key said something that I felt that resonated, and I'm gonna share that with you guys real quick. And I'm hoping Kwame Brown, self-talk, the dragon lady, whatever, and Low Key, I'm hoping that you all got I tagged you guys in this right here. So I feel like if you are a celebrity, right? Let's just say basketball star like Kwame Brown, and you know your career, you retired or whatever case may be. Salute to your career and all that great stuff or whatever. But then when you come to YouTube, well, here's the thing: if you're just starting out in YouTube, now I'm not saying that Low Key for Life is just starting out in YouTube. From my understanding, I guess he's been doing this for a while. But if you come to a space where other people are having the conversation, you know what I'm saying? Let's just say having the legitimate conversation. And a legitimate conversation is, what are we doing as leaders? What are we doing as role models? What are we doing as protectors? What are we doing as providers? See, we getting deep now. We didn't change the narrative up. This is what tough love do. But if you're having a conversation, what are we doing as black men, black women in our black communities, or as men and women? If you're having that type of conversation, when somebody walks into your house, now, this is what I mean by your house. Everybody would say, hey, YouTube is a big place. I understand that. I get all that. But what I'm trying to tell you, when somebody walks into your house, rightfully so, if Kwame Brown walked into the YouTube house, it's only right that you hold him accountable and you ask certain questions. Now, even though I don't subscribe to how Low Key for Life is getting his attention or some of the things that he's saying, I do understand that that conversation needs to be had. Now, some people would say that Kwame's had that conversation with Judge Joe Brown. He's had that conversation with Tommy Sotomayor. He's had that conversation with numerous people about, you know, what he stands for, what he's about, who he's trying to help, etc., etc., etc. But I believe that Low Key T for Life does have some legitimate questions. And I would love to see, because at this particular time, when you have two men and you say, yo, he used to be a fan, etc., etc., we take all of that crap out, right? And we say, I'm gonna open the platform to you. I'm gonna let somebody who was trolling me or liked me or was a fan of mine and sit down and have a real conversation. That to me wasn't a real conversation. It was a joke fest. It was a jump on fest. It was a disrespect fest, you know, and we do that from time to time because that's what we do. But the fact of the matter is, you know what I'm saying, I believe that Kwame Brown and Low Key T for Life, I think they should have a real conversation. I don't think it should be 100 people on the panel. I think it should be between him and Low Key T for Life. And it's not a square off, but it's a man-to-man conversation. I think it's time. I think it's time. You know what I'm saying? Take this from a military veteran. You know what I'm saying? I think at some point in time, you have to sit down with your colleagues. You have to sit down with your subordinates. You have to sit down with your haters. You have to sit down with people who don't agree with you sometimes. And I believe that this is a situation where Low Key T for Life, if he feels like, let me turn this down a little bit. If he feels like I have some legitimate questions for Kwame Brown, right? Now, we can ignore him. We can joke it away. We can continue to do that. Or we can say, you know what? I'm going to invite Low Key T for Life. Or he can go on his show. Hey, y'all both can come to Tough Love. But the fact of the matter is, I believe that there are some legitimate questions that Low Key T for Life has. And I believe that Kwame Brown, you know what I'm saying? Yes, he's the bigger celebrity. He's the bigger name. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he's come out and say, hey, I want to help people. I think we recognize both men for who they are. But the fact of the matter is, these two black men, I believe that the black community, black YouTube, black people in general, and men in general, women in general, people in general, I think they really want to hear how these opposites, how a conversation would sound, without the jokes, without the disrespect, without saying you was a fan or you was a bust and all this other stuff. Now let's get to the real conversation. When does that really happen? And I think that right now, from Tough Love, and I'm giving both of them tough love right now, I said, okay, let's remove the jokes, because everybody seems to be good at the jokes, the disrespect, the saying, you know, you a has-been and you a wash and you a bust. But now, how do we get to the narrative of fixing versus using the rhetoric of let's just disrespect each other, whatever? It's great that Low Key is getting an opportunity just to appear on the panel, but you know that, you know what I'm saying, just how, based on the clip, I'm gonna get to the salute. I'm gonna get to the comments in a minute. But just how he brung Low Key to the panel, it was almost like, you know, I got my attack dog, You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do with this guy? What you gonna? And it's almost like dangling the meat in front of them and then allowing them to get off the leash and then just attack the person or whatever. Because my thing about it is low-key didn't have a chance in hell to have a conversation if he was coming to have a conversation. So the only thing he could do is joke. The only thing he could do is snap. You know what I'm saying? Or try to snap at her or whatever. But see, here's my thought. When grown men are having a conversation, serious or not. But see, the thing about it is, you know, we can't say that we're listening to people and that we're, you know, we're for the people and with the people and we don't talk to the people. And regardless of how you guys feel, low-key is a part of the people. You know, he's a part of the people. He's a part of the people that don't agree. He's a part of the people that, you know what I'm saying, question certain things. Gotta make a drop off real quick. Give me 1 second, y'all. But how many people think that it's time for Kwame Brown and low-key for life to have a conversation? Without the jokes, without the disrespect, how many people think it's time for them to actually have a conversation, mano a mano, man to man? How many people think that it's time for a conversation? Some people agree. Let me read some of these comments. Salute to everybody in the chat room. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody in the chat room. I do realize that, you know, everybody, let me see. Everybody is not going to want to hear from low-key. You know, he's a troll, he's this, he's this. But see, my thought process is this, man. You know, I dismissed him being a troll when I had a conversation with him and he was able to lay out some legitimate points. And one of the points, and I'm not advocating for anybody. What I'm doing is I'm laying out the happy medium. I'm laying out the tough love. The tough love is basically saying, you know, low-key T for life, again, came across to me as a troll, as somebody not to take serious. But the fact of the matter is, I wanted to find out, was he just off that night? You understand what I'm saying? I wanted to find out, was that really him that night? So when I went back to listen to what he had to say, and I thought it was legitimate. Hey, I've been doing this YouTube thing for quite some time. Let's say he's been doing it for the last 5 years. Okay, just paraphrasing. I've been doing YouTube for the last 5 years, right? Kwame Brown, I think for the last maybe 2 to 3 years or whatever case may be. If he says, we've been talking about racism, we've been talking about police brutality. We've been talking about fathers needing to be in the home. We've been talking about all this. This is the low-key camp. So now Kwame Brown says, well, I've been talking about, you know what I'm saying, you know, this and whatever. But now he gets big. So since he gets big and he's now on YouTube, the people that's been here, the forefathers, let's say forefathers, they say, well, let me ask you some questions. You know, what are you bringing to the table? What is the end state, Kwame? You see what I'm saying? What are you trying to build? Now, a lot of people say, hey, look, he's already stated that he's doing this for the kids. He's doing this with the homeless shelter. He's doing it. And my thing about it is I think it would be great because low-key T for life represents the naysayers. They represent, and not the haters, not just the trolls, but he represents the naysayers. If they don't believe you, or if they question your angle, or they want to know your end state, I think it's only right to have, whether you consider Kwame Brown to be a leader, or whether Kwame Brown has said himself that he's the leader, or he's just a part of a moving unit. I think it'd be great to have those two elements come together, because I think it will outline and identify really what this thing is about. You see what I'm saying? And I think that honestly, that Kwame Brown could win over low-key T for life by answering his questions directly. They just don't joke. It's not a joke. It's man to man. What is it that you want to know without having people on the panel and attacking me? Because my thing about it is, and I've seen this a lot, and it's no disrespect to Kwame, but I've seen a lot of YouTubers or a lot of people in general, they invite you to their panel and then they allow people on the panel to kind of attack you. So you never really get the conversation that is warranted or needed. It goes left. And I think that conversation immediately went left. And I don't know what the narrative was prior to and after the clip that I saw, but I haven't got a chance because I guess I kind of been in on my own little world, but I haven't had a chance to kind of see Kwame Brown's live lately or whatever. So I only see clips or whatever, self-taught and other people that post certain things. So again, salute to all of those people. I just think it's time for those guys to have a real conversation. Rodney says, hey, it's been time. But definitely, you know what I'm saying? We're coming up on the Juneteenth. I mean, I'm sorry, we passed the Juneteenth. But as we celebrate certain things and we start to, you know what I'm saying, move forward in this year, I think it's great to kind of say, well, I don't believe you. And I want to take the I don't believe you in the yes we can and put them in the same room at the same table and have a conversation. Because there's a lot of people who, despite how many people tune in to Kwame Brown, there's a lot of people who tune in and they question what he does. They question the validity of his conversation. And who better than the #1 guy that has called you out to have a conversation with? Who better? To me, that signifies, hey, listen, bro, I'm willing to talk to whoever. That's one. And then two, to do it in a manner where people understand where I really come from. It's one thing to sit online and profess a certain type of character, to profess a certain type of narrative. But it's another thing when that narrative and that rhetoric is now facing someone in flesh and blood. There's a surface conversation and there's a deeper conversation. For those people that say, hey, let's get deeper, let's ask you the hard questions. And I think that now that Kwame Brown has kind of been online for a couple months, you know, he's kind of gotten used to his situation or whatever case may be, in regards to saying, hey, I'm now at a certain level and I now have a certain following. Now I think it's time for tougher conversations, not just with people that's going to agree with you, not just people that have a celebrity status, but with people of the people, from the people. And I think that low key for life, he is from the people. And there's people that say, not that we don't believe in you, that we want to have a deeper conversation. And I think it's time to have that conversation. Let me get to these this chat real quick before I get up out of here. Let me see. I have myself personally sat down and talked to Low-Key. When you remove all the antics that he does draw some valid points. Again, I totally agree. You know what I'm saying? I'm on his a troll, so he gets what he gets. No need to kick it. It's known clowns. Good points or not. Okay, Kwame has to also realize that he is an elder in my eyes of Low-Key. Okay. He doesn't want that man to come on in front of his people. Okay. And see that's you gotta watch with certain people. See, here's the thing. This is what I noticed, because I've been in my little small time on YouTube, I've definitely challenged certain YouTubers that had bigger platforms, or just was like, hey, let's have a conversation. And what I noticed, and what other people have noticed, is it's one thing to make videos about somebody, but it's a whole nother thing to go toe-to-toe with them. And not be emotional, not be disrespectful. You got to have the conversation. I noticed that I've changed a lot of people's narrative and rhetoric, because here's the thing. When you tell somebody all you're going to do is be emotional, holler, scream, and be disrespectful, now that takes the wind out their sails. It's almost like Eminem on 8 Mile. When you tell the people when you tell your enemies, this is what you're going to say about me, or this is what you're going to do towards me. Now they either can do it and prove you right, or they have to come out their comfort zone. Because a lot of people's comfort zone is cursing you out, disrespecting you, over talking you, or trying to team up on you. But a lot of people don't want to have that one-on-one conversation, because when they have that one-on-one conversation, what it showcases is, well, you ain't who you say you supposed to be. You ain't the champion or the king or anything. So now people get a little nervous, like, oh, so now your followers start checking for that other person who's bested you. Now it's like, yeah, we hear what you saying, but that guy was making some valid points. And I don't think that this is the situation with Kwame, that he's scared to have a conversation with Low-Key. I just think that a lot of times when people promote a disagreement with you or disdain for you, you kind of ignore them. But the issue is that At some point in time, someone's going to hear what that person's got to say. Somebody's relevant going to hear what that person has to say. And when they start saying something relevant, here's what happens. What happens is, if you ignore the relevancy, if they ask, what's your end state? Right? If they ask, you saying they a troll, they this, they this, they this. But if they ask something legitimate and you say, well, I'm just going to ignore everything. Well, what happens is someone sits back and says, well, I'm not going to troll you and I'm not going to chase clout, but I'm going to take that point of view and I'm going to make a video, and now I'm going to direct you and say, well, what is your end state? Now you don't have that narrative of, well, you're a troll and you chasing clout. Now all you have is a question. My thing about it is, instead of letting 100 people, 100 low keys develop, go to the source. Low key, hey, we're going to set this thing up. Me versus you. Let's have a live discussion and let's talk in front of the people. You ask me what you want to ask me, and I ask you what I need to ask you, and let's have a conversation. Kwame Brown, Bust for Life. I think it's time. Low key for life. Low key T for life. I think it's time. I think it's time that you gentlemen show the people what you're about. I think it's time that you break it down for the people. What's the end state for both of y'all? You know what I'm saying? You're on social media to do what? Is it just for entertainment? Is it to build people? Is it to bring parties together? Is it to show men how to be men, women how to be women, black people how to build their communities? What is the narrative between you two? What is it that you want people to know about YouTube? This is the perfect opportunity. And if you guys feel like you need a fair and impartial place to come and let somebody moderate, hey, feel free to pull up on Tough Love. I would love to have both of you gentlemen here so that way we can have a legitimate conversation. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of the conversations that I hear, they're far from great. They're far from meaningful. They're far from building. And there's a lot of people who don't care to build anything. So now it's the opportunity to really tell people what you're about, what you're made of, and what you're trying to build. If you're trying to build, then I think that, you know, Tough Love definitely could be a part of that equation. Until next time, y'all adult up. Peace.